Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary pals. Welcome to the RWBY Radio podcast. So that episode was a lot. We'll try and break it down in a little bit more of an eloquent way, but before I do that, I must introduce my amazing guest this week, the one and only, the amazing Pugoata.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I am good. How are you?
Aside from the fear from that episode, I am fantastic, if I'm honest.
Yeah, one fear.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe more than one fear. We've got lots of fear.
Lots of fear to go around the entire fandom. So as always, spoiler warning, it's now on screen. We're going to go through the entire episode, break down everything, and probably be even more terrified by what is looming at the end. But aside from that, should we get started?
Let's do it.
So we start with another one of the trailer shots, actually, don't we? With Crow holding Clover's badge.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Yeah, we have I was about to say Quover. Quover.
The new ship name.
Crow, Robin, Watts, and Jacques all in, I'm guessing, whatever prison they have in Atlas. As we get Robin just letting loose at Jacques. I love this.
Oh, I missed her.
Like, just not having any of his bullshit at all. I
love that about her. She just doesn't take bullshit.
Yeah. She's just such a fun character. And we get Jacques turning around and, like, saying Crow's a murderer. And we actually get her, like, turn around and be really... Her voice completely changes and she's really sweet to Crow. Like, I'll be honest, I'm so glad... We're going to get into this more later, but I'm so glad the Happy Huntresses are getting more in this volume. Like, they're such an interesting group.
Real personalities now, and we're all getting to know them as different people and not just extras.
Yeah. We do get the great insult. I'm not going to be lectured here by some snakeworm mustache. And we get a little bit of, I'm guessing, gloating Watts as the two of them argue and Crow is mourning Clover. We just get Watts is just sitting cross-legged, hands behind his head, reclining.
He's just done.
he knows he's won. That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
We get again another shot from the opening. We get the guards coming in and giving Watts another black eye, essentially.
He deserved it, though.
He does deserve it. And then he gets dragged away to somewhere, wherever that may be.
To something mysterious.
Okay, big one that's gone around quite a bit is that Ironwood is going to hack Penny, or is somehow going to try and control Penny. Do you think he's trying to get Watts to cooperate?
I think so. Like, at this point, Ironwood is willing to do whatever he thinks he has to do, even if that's, like, utilizing his enemy. So it would not be above him at this point.
He's... we'll probably get onto Ironwood in a bit, but damn, that man is so far gone.
He's gone.
And we finish the scene with a sad bit from Robin of her wishing she could do something. And we get Crow with the line, "We can do something. We can kill the man who put us here."
I think this is... We don't really see too much, like, determination like that from Crow, like, is, like, going so far as to, like, be murderous about it, which is... It's earned at this point, but it's good to see that conviction.
His eyes are very narrowed at this point. It does, in the sort of what you were saying with conviction, it kind of reminds me of Raven. That sort of drive, that sort of, I'm going to do this, get out of my way.
Yep, they've got just a one-track mind now.
Of which, I'm just going to generally ask this one, because I don't think we'll come back to it, but odds on seeing Raven this season. What do you think, Pugoata?
Oh, I hope so. Like, I honestly, like, I don't really know, but I I want her to come back.
We'll see. We'll see.
We will see.
Okay, we're getting to what was my favorite scene. This is we go flash this news story of the Atlas Eye, which guessing is some remnant version of CNN or something. And we get someone reporting in Mantle saying about how Ironwood has mysteriously abandoned Mantle and how there's Grimm in the tundra. And we get Joanna come up, take his microphone, and speak to the camera. Oh, everything about this scene is great. Like, just her striding up and just yanking it away. He goes to take it back, and the look she gives him, and he just immediately backs off.
And, like, we didn't know much about Joanna before, so, like, seeing this personality come out, I'm just like, I'm looking.
A queen, a goddamn legend. And we get a turn to the camera, and her first line is, "Citizens of Mantle, General Ironwood has abandoned you." Okay, I can see why Robin didn't have her as the spokeswoman of the Happy Huntresses. She's very blunt and to the point. Right now, this works. Might not in other circumstances. But she gives this speech of, you need to, everyone else abandoned you, we have not. Evacuate to the crater, etc. And we see people around Mantle packing up and leaving. Of which I do love her shoving the microphone back to the journalist and just walking off like nothing's happened.
Her energy is just wonderful. I love it.
It's amazing. As we're getting this, we see Team... I'm going to refer to them as Joyride. I know other people have got different names. Yang and the Lads.
Yang and the Lads.
We're not using the other team name. So
no, we're not.
Me.
We're not going to go there.
We see them breaking into Pietro's pharmacy, taking out some Atlas bots, and
Yang with her gun, like I love it every time the bullet shells just.
Oh yeah, when she just cocks them back and it just flips out.
Oh yeah, I love it when she does that. It's just very good energy.
I think it's one of my favorite things about her weapon is sort of the momentum of it. That you've seen with the punches, the reloads. Weapons in RWBY have always been something I've loved, but I always say Embersilica.
I think it's Embersilica, but I'm not
shotgun
really
gauntlets.
Yeah.
They're just so cool for me. And so we see them break into the labs. We see Yang and Sean looking very happy at the prospect of hover bikes. This was, I believe, the first teased shot we got.
Yeah, it was.
Was this San Diego Comic-Con? God, that feels like a long time ago.
No, it's like 100 years ago.
Oh, we were different people.
We were.
We get the awesome shot of Yang doing the barrel roll, Oscar eating hair.
She's just so happy in that scene. Like, her smile is just so wide. And
we see her wear the shades.
Yeah, she's living her best life.
After everything that's gone on, I think Yang deserved a hover bike. Let's be honest.
She deserved it.
And so then we actually cut straight into the next teaser clip we had originally of Jean, Yang, and Ren taking out some sabers.
Yeah, and testing out that new... I'm not sure what it's called.
Gravity shield, I guess?
That's what it's called? Or a light dust shield? So I don't think it's like gravity. But...
Yeah, the only reason I call it gravity shield is it gravitates to his shield, but I don't know.
I thought it was like magnets.
Magnet shield.
Yeah.
Maga shield. We'll leave the name to someone else.
Magic.
Yeah, that one. And we get Yang and Oscar trying to work out how they're going to get to the crater. And we get this moment where Yang asks if Sean can amp up Ren so they can hide all the people as they walk to the crater.
Including the angry old lady who doesn't want to go to the fauna slums.
Yeah, we get a racist old lady who Yang puts in her place. Very satisfying scene.
Absolutely.
We do get Ren looking a little... Not sure if it's anger.
He's just not having a good time.
He seems a little hesitant at first, but despite it, says he'd give it a shot. Ren is going through a lot right now.
Oh, they're going through it. Like, both him and Nora were not having a good time this episode.
It's interesting to see where it's going to go with Ren. Sorry, my clip, I just had to play back Yang yelling at the old woman again. It's just...
You watch that all day.
This episode had just those sort of scenes that you just watch and you're just like, yes, it's so satisfying. Flipping Joanna stealing the mic, Yang with the racist old lady, like, there's just some moments which are just so cathartic to watch. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And we do get them making the trip through Mantle, and we get Oscar having a conversation with Ozpin.
Oh, that's a good conversation, and just so sad for Oscar. And
essentially, just this conversation is Ozpin saying how they need to reunite the world, and he's sorry that he returned. And Oscar said it's not sad that he returned, it's that he felt he was part of the team, not that he was becoming Ozpin.
That's so sad.
Aw, Oscar. I
have so many feelings over the little farm boy.
Aw. The worst bit is one of the shots we see is as this convoy of people is slowly going past. We see what I'm guessing is like a little Arctic Fox plushie, like toy on the ground.
Oh yes.
With a boot print on it. It's just been abandoned. That's just
so sad, like really showing us that people have died in all of this chaos.
And so we get Oscar and Ozpin have this conversation. And Ozpin saying that he was never truly gone. But Ozpin noting that they need a way to work together, not just them, but everyone.
Yeah.
Interesting to see what if Ozpin has a plan for this, or if he's just trying to be aspirational right now.
Yeah, I'm not I feel like if he had a plan, like, he might have, like, at least hinted about it a little better to Oscar. Even if he didn't tell him everything, he would have.
He does say to Oscar that their osmosis, osmosis. Xiaolong and Senny, I'm looking right at you two right now. So help me.
Incredible.
That the osmosis is not nearly complete, but he mentions that Oscar is able to access his deepest memories.
Yeah.
So I get the feeling that there can't be much Ozpin can probably hide from Oscar at this point.
Right.
As we have this conversation, we get another bit of Ren acting very agitated when his semblance kind of jitters a bit, I guess.
Yeah, like interrupted.
And Jean tries to give him some words of encouragement, and Ren just snaps back. Ren is going through a lot, it seems, and
yeah, he's losing control a little more.
And he won't talk to his teammate is pretty worrying.
Yeah, not a good sign.
Meanwhile, we switch to Team Rainbow, I think the name is being used.
Also back during the procession to the crater is when I think we first see the Hound in the background.
Is it in this scene we see it? Hang on, I'm going to go through.
So, because I had just, like, when Oscar's having his little talk with Ozpin is when you can look up and see, like, in the background, like, it's up on a ledge or a bridge or something.
Okay. There's the little fox. Oh, God! Oh, God! Okay, so I found it. If you want to go see the episode, it's 7 minutes 38. You are completely right, Pugoata. Oh my god, it's just sitting there.
Yeah, it's just hanging out, waiting for its
It's looking at him and everything. Oh no! Oh, that's terrifying. I'd seen the other ones because I know we see it like multiple times. Actually, I think the first time we see it is when they first get the hover bikes.
Oh, that might be it too.
Yeah, because I seem to remember. Hang on. If we go
I can't remember.
chronologically, that's the right word? Yeah. When Yang is herring around on the hover bike, I'm pretty sure we see it as they zip past a bit. So hang on, let me just.
Interest.
Yeah, the first time we see it is with Yang. When at the end of that shot, we see it on a bridge, 5-minute free in, and then the next time is at 7 minutes. Oh god, that thing is so terrifying. It's just lurking in the background.
Just... Yep.
Ah, no. Anyway, we're gonna move on to a nicer scene now. As we get team, I'm guessing Team Rainbow. We get Penny looking out over the refugee camp as the group of them, aided by May, break into a Schneeted Dust Company facility. Of the fact we are getting May with more content. Yes.
Oh, I love May. She's so sassy. I love it. Her little bow and everything.
Mwah, Caden Jensen, yes, thank you.
Beautiful.
As we get coming in, we get May saying that because your friends are helping out, I can help you guys out. And we get this moment of both Nora and Blake looking away, looking very sad of missing their partners.
Well, Nora looks more angry than sad. Like, Blake's sad, but Nora, I think...
Her and Bren need to have a talk.
They sure do. Couples therapy for everybody.
We'll leave angsty theories for later. And so we get Weiss explaining that the snowshoe shipping is a Schneeted Dust Company thing that essentially shoots dust up into Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know I'd like to point this out. It's a good thing this isn't the real world, because the minute if anyone sat in that tube in the real world, they'd be turned to mush by the pure pressure. Thank God this is a different world. That's all I'm saying.
Especially when they're being sucked up ass first.
We're going to get to that. First of all, we get Weiss getting roasted by Blake when Blake asks if her family owns every building in Mantle. Of which
Blake is so sassy, and I love it. I'm here for it.
We get a little laugh from both Blake and Nora, and I love it. It is the best. Blake covering her mouth every time she laughs is the most adorable thing.
It's so wholesome.
And then we get another nuts and bolts moment.
Oh, yeah.
As we
this
get...
is a good time to be a nuts and bolts shipper in the fandom.
it's both, I'd say, a great time and also the worst time, because... Actually, no, we'll get to that in a bit. So we get Atlas. We get Penny looking at a console saying that the tube the tube she's next to goes to Atlas Academy. And we get RWBY come up, and Penny says she doesn't like it when friends fight, and explains that she's feeling about the Aesops and Ironwood betraying them.
Yeah, Winter was her first thought, though.
Winter. Oh.
She's so sad about Winter.
And we get the line, her saying, and the general said people were going to die because of me.
What
okay.
A piece of shit he is.
Exactly. Just... if you couldn't hate Ironwood more, he just comes up with more reasons to.
A manipulative ass.
Oh, poor Penny.
She's just doing her best.
Leave her be. And we get the look on RWBY's face as Penny says this, and she just reaches out and puts her hands on her shoulder and says, he was only saying it to hurt you, etc., etc. And we get a little hug. I do like the line, I used to be the protector Mantle, but now I am much more than that. But you're still you, Penny. And she takes her hands.
She is.
Aww.
She is still herself.
And then they have another hug. Like,
Penny just deserves all the hugs this volume.
She really does. I was going to say, what's that? That's 3 hugs in 2 episodes?
Yeah, she's doing... It's a good time to be a nuts and bolts shipper.
Yeah. They mentioned there were a lot of hugs this volume, but we've had 2 nuts and bolts hugs. We've had one. The other one was Nora hugging Oscar, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So question is how many hugs we're gonna get. Are we gonna get a Renora hug? Are we gonna get another nuts and bolts one? Are we gonna get a Bees hug?
Everyone should be hugging.
Everybody gets a hug. It's the Oprah Winfrey thing.
Hug.
We get the absolute style that is May Marigold of showing off her semblance and coming out of it with a flipping bow.
I've seen so much art of that just one little moment, and it's just perfect.
Everything about that is perfect. The direction, the voice acting, the animation, the sound design on it. Yeah, the attitude. Like, I know it's a really weird thing, but the way her voice changes when she's in her semblance.
Oh yeah.
I love, like, all of it. Perfect. And so we get Nora ask Weiss how does it work. And so Weiss explains that what they need to do is simply lie back in the tube and then press launch and the ship gets shut up. However, Weiss gets to sitting on the edge of it before Nora just goes, yeet! Hits the button and
fold her up like a fortune cookie.
She just folds and she just, as Empress of Edge put it, she got schneeted. She got full on sent straight up the tube. Oh my god, this moment is perfect. Everything.
Watch a gif of that like on repeat.
Oh yeah. And we just get the reaction of, you just get stunned looks from all of them. You just see Blake is just
Blake's
blinking.
Little ears are so cute in that scene.
Yep. Blake's ears fold back and you just see her blink repeatedly. Nora looks worried until she starts clapping and jumping up and down.
I have not seen her so delighted in a long time. And I love that. I'm glad she can like still find some happiness.
Nora is the true explanation of neutral good. Neutral good, chaotic good, sorry. She is the definition of chaotic good.
Oh, she is, and I love her for it.
And so next thing we get is back in the crater with the Happy Huntresses with Joanna and Fiona. Of Fiona trying to coordinate essentially, I'm guessing, the evacuation. As we get Joanna come in and throw some fire crystals into a burner, of which we get this really sweet conversation between two of them about saying how Robin would be proud, and then Fiona saying how
they're so cute, and I love them.
Okay, now I'd seen other jokes about Happy Huntresses is just a poly relationship, etc.
Yeah.
This moment between Fiona and Joanna is one of the cutest things between side characters I've seen in any goddamn fiction. Oh my god. Just the to all the animators, modelers, etc., the looks they're giving each other in this is the most adorable thing ever. Like, it just melts my heart. Aww.
They're so sweet.
I believe, what did you say the name of this ship was again? It's
Greener Pastures.
I love that. That's it.
I ship it. I'll ship it.
If there's one thing the RWBY fandom does better than anyone else's ship names, all of you come up with some great names.
Yeah, I love it.
We also get as having this conversation talking about Joanna flexing on the news, as it's put. We get to see Fiona use her semblance. I love her semblance in motion.
It's so cool to watch how she like actually does it, because we only had that like one scene of it in the last volume, right? Was it 1 or 2 scenes?
One scene.
One scene. And now we can like really see her just like use it so casually. So well.
So if you don't know, her semblance is the ability to suck anything into, or seemingly anything into, like a alternate dimension inside her palm.
Yeah, like as they'd say on Doctor Who, like a pocket dimension.
Yeah, pocket dimension. If you've ever played D&D, she's essentially got a bag of holding in her hand. That's how it works. Of which we see her just casually, without looking, wave her hand across the map she was reading and just voomp, disappears in like this wonderful kind of light yellow plume of like dust. Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
My question. What are the mechanics of this? Can she have unlimited things in her hand? Is it like one thing at a time? Is it like if she gets knocked unconscious, it's going to be like when you kill a bad guy in a video game and just a load of things come out of her hand? So that's the question. Here's the thing. As you said in last volume, we saw her hand absorbed an entire truck. So
apparently there's no size limit.
Well, seemingly, if there is, it's a pretty big.
I think she should just like collect all of the people in the crater right now and just put them in her pocket and just run.
A really funny thing. Salem goes to take Atlas, and then just as the whale's about to bite it, whoop, it disappears, and Fiona's just like, "Whoops!"
I'd like that. That would be funny.
As we get them talking, we see.
No, but like if Jean amplified her aura, maybe she really could.
Oh my god. Yes! Yes! That's what's gotta happen.
I love that.
This is why I love Jean's semblance, because the amount of possibilities with different characters and how it presents us.
It's amazing.
Like, I get why his team move with Ren is so powerful, but can we get it like teaming up with like Yang and RWBY? Could RWBY break the speed of sound?
I would love to see all of those possibilities.
Oh my god, imagine if you powered up Blake and she just created like a clone army.
Or one really big one.
One really big Blake. Like Ant-Man style. I'm just thinking, what if he powered up Nora? Just yeets the whale. Oof! It just goes. Sorry, go back to the episode. So we see Yang and the lads appear saying they cleared Sector 7 already. We get Ray cute Fiona do a little hop.
She is so cute. I love her so much.
We get a moment with Fiona saying she was a little worried they weren't going to be able to do it without their teammates, and we see Ren immediately just turns around and walks away.
Ooh. Even Yang is like upset, but I think unlike Ren, it's not from. She's not upset because of Blake. I think she's more upset with her sister. Well, Ren, it's like a little more personal with Nora.
Yeah, we get Yang's line. As you can see, we're doing just fine, and you see Fiona kind of looks a little apologetic and kind of takes we get them explain a bit more about where they're trying to put everyone. We get Joanna throwing some more shade down on Atlas, and then we get. You were confirmed. I saw you said this on Twitter last week. It is confirmed that it is Fiona's uncle, as we see him come up, is a badger.
I know. I was really rooting for a sloth faunus, but
it was confirmed by Aaron Wynn. That voiced by Gus Sorolla. Finally, Gus has a voice line in RWBY. One of the founding people of Rooster Teeth. After
I had no idea. I don't know like anybody, so that's so funny.
He's one of them. One of the original people of Rooster Teeth, and only now has he had a voice line in it.
Now he's an old badger man.
He's an old badger man. Who is Fiona's uncle, which is adorable.
It's so cute.
Of which, three things. One, Joanna looking pissed. As he says there's another fight happening. 2, Oscar waving at him. 3, the soft look Joanna gives Fiona. Actually, and I thought the 4th. Fiona flipping Joanna cracking her knuckles and then just walking away.
I love that all so much. They have just such a great dynamic. Respectfully,
damn. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm looking respectfully.
As you see Joanna go off to crack some heads, and we see Fiona flourish her map out of her hand again. Semblance still doesn't get old, by the way. It's so cool to watch.
Yeah.
We get here mention of Grimm in the city that they're clearing out, and Yang and the group are going to go take care of them.
Yep.
This is where yeah. So we get Yang being chased by the I don't know what it is, pterodactyl Grimm?
I'm not really some kind of dragony, but
Yeah. Not like most Grimm, pretty terrifying. And we get
dragon versus dragon.
Dragon versus dragon. Again, another trailer shot. I was one of the people who thought this was what was going to take Oscar away. And as we get
really?
Yeah, because the thing we saw in the other shot where people theorized that was Oscar being held by the talons of a Grimm. Or we knew...
I thought it was going to be a winged Berengal. Like we saw
okay. See, here's the thing. I saw wings and went, oh, it's got to be that one because it's in another shot.
Yeah.
I never claimed I was intelligent. I want to stress that for the record. So we get this great team move as Yang lures it in, and Oscar and Ren appear and use a gravity grenade, I guess.
So yeah, yeah, something.
It's something.
It's something.
It's some form of grenade that shoots a gust of air and smashes the Grimm up into a bridge. And as it lands, we get... I'm gonna admit, probably the most badass Yawn has ever been in RWBY.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels weird to say that. I'll be honest here.
He's good. He's doing good. He's doing great.
We get him riding a hover bike as he basically goes at it like a lancer would and chops off its head. As then he falls down onto his motorbike, which is a lot more like Sean. We're getting there.
Yeah.
So as we have Yang radio in, we see a group of Saber Grimm start moving at them. And as the Saber Grimm get close, they suddenly stop and they turn and run away. Pugoata, as this was happening, what were you expecting?
I thought it was going to be like the winged Berengal, like we saw in the post-credit scene in Volume 6, but like, yeah. I didn't know it was going to be like that scary enough to scare off other Grimm. Like, most Grimm are like fine with each other. But something about this Grimm is like scary even to the Grimm.
The phrase for when the Sabers turn and run away seems very much tails between their legs.
Oh, yeah.
And as we see Ren say what just happened, Jorn saying that never seen Grimm act like that before, this giant shape just comes down and starts mauling Oscar.
Speaking of the mauling, did you see that there was a video going around where someone edited it?
Is it the squeaky toy?
Yeah, the squeaky toy.
The squeaky toy! I should have laughed, but... Oh...
That video made me lose it.
I'm really glad you did that, because we needed a bit of levity going into this. Whoever did that edit, thank you. It is a superb edit.
We needed a laugh.
So we get this weird, the Hound, as it's called, come up, and it just utterly wipes the floor with Oscar. It bites him, mauls him, throws him around, and breaks his aura in seconds. The design of this thing is terrifying alone, even at the start.
Oh, yeah.
It's got no eyes. Its mouth is like the wyvern from Volume 3, where, like, the sinews are, like, still trying to hold it together.
Oh, yeah. And it's, like, missing an ear. Like, it has, like, part of its ear ripped off or something.
It's got, like, weird spikes coming out of it. And this is the bit I want to ask you about. Does it look like it's got teeth on top of its head, like it's a closed jaw?
Oh, hold on. Let me take another look at it.
So, like, the like, kind of, like, row of bones on top of its head, it looks like kind of like a closed jaw.
Oh. I guess. Yeah, it does, huh?
This thing is terrifying.
Well, that's the stuff of nightmares, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and it will get worse, because as it knocks Oscar down and the others are just so stunned they can't even move, we watch this thing wither in pain as its skin begins to bulge and move.
Ugh.
As it goes from being like a very much canine down on all fours to essentially standing on its hind legs and all its limbs elongating.
Oh, that's like one of the creepier kinds of things a monster can be for me is doing that leg thing.
Oh, yeah. I feel this was very much a case of the Knuckleby came along and we were all like, that's the most terrifying Grimm. And then the Apathy came along and we went, that's the most terrifying Grimm. And RWBY just went, oh, they're in for a surprise.
Hold my beer.
Oh, we get Yang go to basically run at it and take a hit. And just as she goes to fire, the Grimm actually turns around and grabs Oscar by the neck and puts him in front of the shot. And so Yang has to try and divert around, only for the Grimm to grab her and just launch her into a wall.
By the face. It, like, grabs her by her face.
Oh! We then get Ren firing at it, and we see Ren's, I'm going to say, signature charge move, which I swear has never worked. Have you noticed this? With his new grapple hooks, every time he's fired them into an enemy, charged in, he's just got his ass kicked.
I have not noticed that. Haven't really paid attention to.
Actually, hang on. The first time he did it was against the Sentinels, the like millipede, centipede thing.
Oh yeah.
That one worked, but then he tried against Elm, and he got his ass kicked. He tried against Neo, got his ass kicked, and now he's tried against this group and got his ass kicked.
He might need to
Ren,
diversify his fighting style a little.
Ren, honey, brother, darling, dear, please change the tactics. And as we get him charged in, we see the Grimm's arm kind of mutate again, and it turns into like a Knuckleby Apathy arm, and it just swats him into the wall.
Yep.
And you watch as every time they try to make a move for it, it just moves Oscar in front.
It's a smart Grimm.
And as we get Jaunt ask, Grimm aren't that smart, and Ren yell, give him back, we watch its throat bulge, and it kind of seemed to like move around, and then it speaks and just says no. Okay, RWBY, what the hell? What the heck?
Yeah.
Nope, nah, nine, nada, no.
That's what they had the Grimm say.
Exactly. It took them one word. Just one word.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Fucked everyone up.
No, nope, and no again. And we just get the look of surprise on everyone as it just begins to walk away before falling down in pain again, and its back exploding as wings grow out as this black slime just oozes off it.
And onto Oscar's face. I thought that was a gross detail, but a good one. I can respect that. Ugh.
This no, and we just see it grab Oscar in its mouth before flying away. Nope, no. This whole scene is terrifying. From just an analytical standpoint, it's amazing. The music, the voice acting, the animation in it, the model, all of it's perfect.
Like, just the dread in the air, the terror.
God, yes.
And then there are some fools on the internet who are saying that Yang and everyone else should have still attacked.
This is the bit I wanted to get to. Because as we see here, just the stun shocking him, because you see Yang turn to Jean, and Jean is just as stunned. I'm pretty sure, let alone a monster, if I saw something mutate that quickly in front of me, and something that has never spoken before in history spoke to me...
Yep, you might not be okay.
I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure I would have peed my pants. I'm going to be bluntly honest. Like, never mind not doing anything. I think if the only thing I would have been able to do was probably run away.
Yep.
But as we get them kind of come to their senses, we get Fiona radioing that they need help on the far side of the city before the group replying they can't help and that they've got an emergency, with Yang finishing with, "You wouldn't believe me if I told you."
Mm-hmm.
And as it flaps away over the city, we cut to black.
And that was a very rude way to end an episode.
Wow. Like... RWBY, once again, you've outdone yourselves, but did you have to make us that scared?
For the first time in a while, like the Grimm feels scary again. Like a real threat.
Salem has handcrafted this one, essentially. It's her agent on the board. Oh god, everything about this thing is terrifying to me. I hate it.
Yep.
My question is...
yeah.
So, it's been shown it has the ability to mutate.
Yep.
Quite a few theories naturally have gone around about this thing. One, the voice actor for it is Jason Liebrich, who is the voice of Crow. He voices the Hound.
I think that's more coincidence than anything else.
Yeah.
Like just using him as
Multitude of theories. The one that because it spoke, that potentially this Grimm is a modified human.
This is what I agree with. I absolutely agree with it.
You think it's a mutated human?
I think this is what Cinder is going to become.
Okay, see, this is the point I was going to raise.
Oh yeah,
is that when it does its weird stretchy arm thing, it has the same hole in its arm that the Apathy and that Cinder have.
Yeah, and like it causes it the same amount of pain. Like whenever Cinder's arm grows back, like you can see, like even in the intro, she's screaming in pain.
Yep. Okay, this is a really I'm talking really weird thing to call back to. Last volume, worst case scenario, episode 7, when Clover shows Tyrion's report sheet. Now, I'm just trying to bring it up on my screen. Okay, here's the bit that gets me from Tyrion's report. At 0331 on the day of transport, a distress call from pilot, etc., goes on to say how it crashed. Over the course of the encounter, the ship suffered extensive damage and was eventually split in two. The bodies of redacted were never found, and it was presumed they were redacted. The second bit that is redacted is not a single word. It's evidently several words.
Interesting.
My question is, do Atlas know about some form of grimmification?
I'm not sure. Like, I would think, like, if they knew, like, Ironwood might have let the Aesops at least in on it, or, like... Or maybe Team RWBY, too, since they were all in the same, like, inner circle. You would have thought that, like, he would have warned them about something like that, but this is something no one seems to... Yang and everyone, at least, haven't seen before. And probably no one else has.
I hope no one has. That thing is terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
So, with people believing that it's some form of mutated human or faunus, two big theories have come out. One is that it's Summer Rose. One is that it's Roman Torchwick. Thoughts on these?
I think that's neither of them. I don't think it'll be either of them.
The reason for the Roman one, I think, is because someone mentioned Pinocchio. That... he is an analogy to... My brain is failing me here. Person in Tokyo? Person in Tokyo? Person in Pinocchio, who gets... I'm,
like, losing brain cells the more you try to explain that.
I have this effect when I talk, amazingly. Someone in Pinocchio turns into a donkey.
Oh, yeah. That was, like, on the island of...
Yeah, and this is an allusion to Roman, apparently.
Roman's dead. It's not Roman.
Yeah, I don't think it's either, just because I feel like there would have been a hint to that character if they had been in the scene, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. Roman's dead. He's gone. He's out of the story.
I'm for the first time ever, amazingly, if you've listened to this podcast before, I'm not going with any of these theories. I am just in the dark. I've got no idea. Could it just be that she's mutated the Grimm so it's got a voice box? Maybe. Could it be a mutated human? Maybe. I hope not, because that's terrifying.
Oh, I totally think it's gonna, like, related to a human somehow, like, spliced together. Maybe
no.
Human, like, is put into the Grimm pool, because, like, even though Salem was in the Grimm pool, she was in the life pool before, so maybe this is just what happens.
Nope.
Didn't go in the life.
Nope. Stop. No, begun. No. Also, at the same time, carry on, but also no. Question. Is this the scariest Grimm ever shown on RWBY?
Well, I think, like, things are scary in different ways. Like, the apathy is, like, a mental kind of scary. This is, like, I wouldn't want to run into this ever. Like, this is, like, beyond what nightmares are on Remnant. Like, this is just, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, the nightmares don't even touch this, I think. So that's why, like, everyone's, like... It's just so out of the realm of possibilities. Like, no one's even... It's like... If a dog started talking, like...
Yeah. Is that this... The theory is that this Grimm adapts to whatever they are fighting.
Whatever they're fighting.
That it grew its hind legs like that so it could stand its hind legs so that it could deliberately use Oscar as a block against them. That it developed the stretchy arms because Ren was attacking it, like charging in. It developed wings to get out of there. It developed a voice box to reply.
I'm not really buying that. Like, it's possible, but like, I'm more in the camp that I think Salem is like puppeting it somehow, or like there's a human in. Yeah, or
do you think she's controlling it directly?
I think she might be.
Is she playing The Sims?
It's possible. It's possible.
She's playing the Grimms. I'm really sorry, that joke was terrible. Moving swiftly on.
I was trying to think of a follow-up sim-related joke, but I was drawing up blank.
Oh, don't worry. I happily provide us with a terrible one.
Okay, good.
Anyway, the one thing that gets me is one of the trailer shots we've not had is Yang with her eyes widening. I have the strong suspicion...
You haven't had that yet? That wasn't in this episode?
That wasn't in this episode.
Ooh.
If I remember off the top of my head, people in the comments, please correct me if I'm wrong. If I remember correctly off the top of my head, the shots we have not had is Penny with the maiden eyes, the Aesops lining up for a fight, Team Rainbow lining up for a fight, Yang's eyes widening, Yang and the boys shooting off into the tundra, and Vine throwing his weapon across in the middle of the windstorm.
Oh, yep. Oh, and the Ruby Penny airship hug.
Oh, yeah, Ruby Penny airship hug as well. Thank you.
Look at them hugging so much. Let's just focus on all the hugs rather than the creepy monsters.
Oh, let's please. Thoughts that next episode will be Yang's eyes going wide in fear.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Because like those trailers are like just the first few episodes. So now that we're getting like into it, like
yeah. So here's the big question. What is she reacting to? Is it seeing the whale? Is it seeing Salem?
I'm not sure. Like I can't even like make a guess at this point.
Is it another horrifying transformation for the Grimm?
Maybe. Who knows?
We've got that next episode. Yay! I say yay, I mean, no, please, I'm terrified. The other one is, as you said, the clips they use is from the main episodes. And we already know that probably the start of next episode will be Team RWBY having already used the chutes to go up to Atlas. Which, by the way, side thing, before I go completely off on a tangent, one of the things Aaron said, I believe at RTX, was that there would be a parallel to Catra from She-Ra, in that Blake would be feel sick from teleporting, and everyone rightly assumed that this most likely would be Ruby like grabbing hold of Blake and using her petals to move. What if it's using the chutes?
I think that would be great. That would be a wonderful parallel.
We just get to start next episode and Blake's just looking green of just, no, I need a moment. I need a moment. We go from Weiss being the comic relief to Blake being the comic relief.
Weiss trying to repair her broken spine.
Just think the guard at Atlas who's unloading this stuff, like, there could have been the cool scene where someone goes to unload something, opens the chute, and someone's just there with a gun, like, hello. Nope. What they're going to do is they're going to open it, and they're going to get Schnee coming back first at them. Poof! Straight in the face. So, anyway, going back to the previous point, you were saying about how they use all the shots from early points in the episodes. How close do you think we are to an Aesop's fight?
Ooh. I think if they're going to be the ones who are fighting RWBY and all of them, then it won't be long, I think.
Do you think maybe it might be the cliffhanger end of next episode, that shot of them all lining up is the end?
It could be.
Okay, Pugoata, gonna finish. I'm gonna throw some quick fire theories and thoughts at you. I want to get your opinions on these. Okay.
Okay.
Nuts and bolts. Penny versus RWBY fight with Penny being hacked.
Oh, that'll be painful, but I think it'll happen.
Okay. Winter defecting, I'm guessing yes.
Yes. Okay. She's gonna do it. She'll do it.
Aesop's defecting, or at least Marrow.
I think Marrow at least will. I doubt Harriet will. I'm not sure about the others.
Team Yang and the lads breaking Oscar out of the whale.
I'm not. I don't think they would try to do that alone.
Okay. Crow versus Ironwood fight.
I'm here for that. I'm here for it.
You already kind of showed your cards earlier in the episode, but Tai Yang and Raven return.
I would love it. I would love for Raven to come, or both of them to come back and give us a little of the forbidden backstory.
Forbidden backstory. Speaking of backstory, Cinder backstory.
I am waiting. I would we're probably going to hear the end of her backstory right before she turns into an evil Grimm or something. Okay. Can you also imagine that Hound with maiden powers?
Oh god.
That's the way it's going.
Nora Blake talk about their partners.
I want to see it. I would love to see it. But not sure. I saw someone saying that that could be the Atlas Ball of Volume 8, so I'm not going to try and get too invested in that idea. But I would love it. I would love it.
Bumbleby kiss, or admission of love.
It is going to have to happen this volume. It's going to have. I'm putting my money on that. That this volume we're going to get something.
Okay, final one.
Okay.
A Renora admission of love and Ren dying.
Yeah, I think out of all the main characters, I think Ren or Nora have the death flags.
I so don't want that to happen, but it's gonna happen, isn't it?
I don't want it to happen either, but it could happen.
Oh, we're 2 episodes in.
Yeah, and there's still 12 more to go. This is a heavy volume.
Oh, and what is it? It's a longer volume, isn't it? 14, 15 episodes?
14.
Oh,
no! We're in for a ride.
Buckle up, yo. Buckle up. Anyway, I think that's enough angsty theories for one podcast.
Don't ever test the fandom about the angsty theories, though. I'm sure there's more.
Comments below. Give me angsty theories. Please, comment with your angsty theory. I want to hear them. But anyway, I think that should be where we wrap up the podcast. Before we go anywhere, though, a massive thank you to the wonderful Pugoata.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on the podcast, as always. If you don't know, Pugoata wrote some really, really, really goddamn good RWBY fics. Where can we find your amazing content?
I am on AO3. My username is just Pugoata. And I'm posting my Bumbleby Big Bang fic on Thursday.
Oh yeah, I was going to say you're taking part in that.
I did.
We're not allowed to know who you're partnered up with yet, are we?
No, that's actually been posted.
Has it been posted? Who?
It was posted with the schedule. The name of the fic is going to be Flight, and I have 2 artists, my sister Sunny T and her girlfriend. I'm not sure how you say her name, but her name is Sean.
We will put the links below. Don't worry. When it comes out, Well, by the time this will be out, it will have come out. Please go read it. I believe we can also find you on Twitter and Tumblr, correct?
Yes, I am. I'm probably not as good to follow on Twitter. It's mostly just my nonsense, but I reblog a lot of things.
Links will be down below. Please go check them out. I was going to say, her fics are definitely worth a read.
Oh, thanks. The bees are going to happen this volume, and that's it.
You heard it here. You heard it here first.
Yep.
Yeah, totally here first. Yeah, totally.
I looked into the future, and the bees are going to kiss.
I think, hopefully, I hope you are right. I hope you're right. We need it. Yeah. We need something happy to end the volume on, or something happy in the finale.
Yes, we need it. Like, we deserve it after 2020. Yeah, we deserve this.
We all deserve this. Anyway,
we do. As a treat.
Thank you, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary pals for tuning in on the RWBY Radio podcast. I hope you're looking forward to the next episode. Please, remember, as always, tag your spoilers. Be RWBY, not Salem. I hope every single one of you has an absolutely amazing day. Goodbye.